What's going on, fam? It's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, Lucky Murray, back with another Just Sports News update. Today, I want to talk about Deshaun Watson and his situation, and it's not looking particularly good for the former Clemson Tigers quarterback and also current Houston Texans quarterback. But before I go any further, here's what I need you to do. I need you to hit the subscribe button, also notification bell. Notification bell will allow you to know that every time I drop a video, and also share the video as well. That helps out a ton if you are finding my videos and you like what I have to talk about. Usually I talk about Gamecocks, I talk about Panthers, some other sports, and I do a little music as well. But let's get into this. Man, I was deciding to talk about this video because it's a topic that is a sports topic in theory, but it's not really a sports topic. And to anybody who's a young athlete that's out there, you have to be aware of the decisions that you make. I'm not saying Deshaun Watson is innocent, nor am I saying he's guilty, because in this country we are innocent to proven guilty. I just want to state the facts that's presented in the case, and I want to give you my opinion. So let's read the article. There's plenty of articles up there, but I choose 247sports.com. That's a site I frequent. And here we go. It says, let me get to the page, excuse me. It says the number of lawsuits against Houston Texas quarterback Deshaun Watson reached 16 on Tuesday. His attorney, Rusty Hardin, never have an attorney named Rusty, released a statement rebuttal the allegations of sexual harassment and assault. In a statement, Hardin claims that to have strong evidence showing that one of the plaintiffs who has brought a case against Watson has attempted to blackmail him, which calls into question the legitimacy of the other cases as well. I want to emphasize at the offset that we in Deshaun recognize that sexual assault and harassment are not only unlawful but morally wrong. Hardin's Tuesday statement reads, "It takes courage for women to come forward to report being mistreated, particularly when they attach their name to a lawsuit. We do not take these allegations lightly. However, fairness to the accused is equally as important." In his statement, Hardin says the Houston lawyer's Tony Busby has orchestrated a circus-like atmosphere by using social media to publicize 14 Jane Doe's lawsuits, and that Busby has also refused Hardin's request to confidentially provide the names of the plaintiffs so we can fully invest their claims. Okay, so I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you my opinion about this. So, what do I think about that as I'm fixing my microphone? So, here's the question. Again, you do not know if he's innocent or guilty, because a lot of people may comment down in the comment section below, well, you know, those women are lying, how they know, blah, blah, blah. I believe this is the statement that I always believe. If, you know, more than one person says you did something, there's a little bit of truth to that. And I'm not saying that if one person said you did it, they're lying. I'm not saying that at all. But if there are multiple people, and when I mean multiple, more than two, let's say more than two, that you're saying that you did a particular similar thing, there is some truth behind that. So the question, if you're an athlete, is how do you allow yourself to be put in those predicaments? Everybody makes mistakes. I understand that. I'm not crucifying Deshaun Watson. But the decision-making has to be questioned, because there are 14 unidentified women that saying that you either sexually assaulted them or you sexually harassed them, which is a crime. And a lot of times these football players, these sports athletes, feel that they are more powerful than what they actually are. They start to believe their own hype. And Deshaun Watson, for his reputation up until this point, was a very wholesome guy. I remember the story that came out when he went to Clemson, that him and his mom was Habitat for Humanity family. And if you don't know what Habitat for Humanity is, it is when you apply for housing for low-income families that they help you get into a house, right? So a lot of these homeowners have never owned a house before. So Habitat, they have to work to build their house. They have to work on other people's houses, and eventually they get their own house. And a little small house, not a very big house, but it helps out a family that never been able to receive a household with in the other circumstances. My mother was a recipient of a Habitat for Humanity home back when I was growing up, so I'm very familiar with the program, the organization, and very wholesome guy. From the reports, loved the Lord, was a Christian. I'm not saying that these things don't make you a Christian. I'm not saying that these things, but his reputation, that was his reputation. And the issue a lot of times with these athletes is that they play a part. They play a character that privately they can never hold up. And what is happening is that I don't know, man. I think that this is not a great look at all. Even if let's say the one woman was blackmailed. Let's say that. Okay, there's 13 different women, and then there's a lot of women that probably haven't came forward yet. So it's like, man, like what is really going on? And the question is, how do you allow yourself to be put in any predicament? You're making so much money. How do you? That's like, let's use this as an example. That's like if I was out with a woman, me and a woman by ourselves, and she wasn't my wife, right? If I'm accused of any type of inappropriate activities with this woman, right? The first question I need to ask myself, even if she says, "Hey, Lucky, you did this," and I say, "Nah, that's not true at all," I have to ask myself, how do I allow myself to even be in that predicament while I'm alone with that woman, right? I'm not. So I have to put the blame on myself first and foremost. And I understood they said, yo, we understand that we don't take this lightly. But one person blackmailed us, saying it's like, what? That doesn't make sense. Like, of course he has to fight his case in court, but man, listen, this is not no joke, man. And if you are a young athlete out there, here's what you need to do. You have to seriously understand who you are, and you got to be wise about the decisions that you make, because this can truly affect this man's career. Like, and if he's guilty, it's nobody's fault but himself, right? Nobody's fault but himself. If he's innocent, then it's like it's crazy, because if he is innocent, his name and his reputation has been dragged down in the mud. Even if he didn't do all these different things, his name has already been dragged down there. And once it's dragged down there, it's hard to get it back up. So don't even put yourself in that predicament in the beginning. But man, I you know what I'm saying, I pray for, the situation to really resolve itself, man. If he's innocent, I pray that he does get his name cleared. If he's guilty, I pray that he has to pay for the consequences of his actions, whether that is suspension, whether that is release from the team, whatever it is. I hope that he gets whatever's coming to him if he's guilty. So here's what I need you to do, man. Write down in the comment section below what you think, man, because obviously, man, I don't know. I'm not saying I don't know. I don't know what these women went through. I'm not going to sit here and say either yay or nay. But let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Again, it's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator. And please don't forget all three. Lucky Murray back with another just news update, man. Deshaun Watson, man, it's not looking super good for him. But, man, as the details report come down, I'll report on it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. But it's the next time, people.